cakes today. The video's doing really well on TikTok. I'm getting a lot of questions on it, so let's go ahead and shoot one of our last desserts of 2022. My cameraman, as always, is my husband Joe.
Hey, I'm back here behind the camera, so I will be watching for your comments and passing that information along to Danielle through the live. If you have any questions, post them in the comment section. I'll be sure to get them over to her. Also, we are testing some new equipment today, so we have some new microphones, hopefully give you guys a little bit better sound. So if you don't mind, just throw a message in the chat. Let me know that you can hear us okay. This is our first shoot with these microphones, so I want to make sure you can hear okay. Make sure we're not too loud or blowing out your speakers or anything like that. So if you can give us a heads up with that, that would be greatly appreciated.
Yeah, we're hoping that it'll kind of, you guys can hear us better over a lot of the clicking, clacking on cooking between the oven, the fans, just kind of everything going on. So we're going to go ahead and get started here by buttering and flouring 4 ramekins. Now, with this dessert, you can do it a few different ways. Ramekins come in 4 ounce, 6 ounce, 8 ounce, even really giant ones. So for this recipe, I'm doing 4 6-ounce ramekins. You can do 4 ounce, and then you would do, I think it would be like 6 of them. So we're gonna butter, flour them, and then get started on our recipe here. And everything that we make in the kitchen is gluten-free, dairy-free. You're welcome to sub, no measurement changes needed, full gluten and full dairy. And with it being peanut butter, I'm gonna do a flour. If I was doing a chocolate version, then I would do like a cocoa or something like that. So we've buttered the ramekins. I'm putting flour in, and then we want to make sure that all of it gets coated, because this is the tricky part on doing lava cakes. My friend went to culinary school, and he said that their final test for dessert was lava cakes, sorry. I'm finishing up a coffee, so I'm still waking up a little bit. It's been a long day of cooking. And then you're just gonna wanna make sure that you get all the excess flour, you guys know what I'm trying to say, flour out of there. And we're gonna go ahead and keep doing this for all 4. But yeah, so the trickiest part is really, to me, just that flip. Sometimes if it doesn't get coated all the way to the top, you'll notice that it'll stick. And another key for lava cakes, a lot of people call them molten cakes too, so it's a molten lava style cake. Another thing is letting it sit long enough. It should sit a couple minutes before flipping it.
We've had a lot of people join. If anyone could just throw a comment in there, let us know that you can hear us okay. Again, we're testing out some new mics today and just looking for some feedback. Make sure you guys can hear us okay.
Yeah, and if we're too loud, if you know what you guys think about them.
Oh, one other note, I see that we have a pinned post that says that we're making chocolate chip cookie peanut butter pie, which is not what we're making today. So sorry if that's
it didn't change?
confusing.
I'm sorry guys, I don't know why it didn't change. I wrote it up in there. We are making peanut butter lava cakes. I'm gonna have to figure that out. I don't know why it doesn't change. Did that with our last live too.
Student of barbecue said we can hear you no problem, so thank you for that. Appreciate the comment.
All right guys, so we have our ramekins done. Get that flour out. So I'm doing this so we can quickly get it in the oven so you guys can see the final shot, which is the money shot. So let's start on the recipe itself. I'll get these out of the way. We're gonna start off with 5 eggs, room temp. It's really important that they're room temp, otherwise you may end up with scrambled eggs. It can happen. I've had it happen a few times, and it's kind of a bummer because it happens at the very end of the recipe. So room temp, ideally right around an hour or 2 hours is best. And then we're gonna do 1/2 cup of brown sugar. And the recipe, the full recipe is available on my website as well, thesaltycooker.com. We just got that up today. So we're doing 1/2 cup of brown sugar and 1/4 cup of granulated sugar. I'm so excited to make these today because ever since I made them, what was it? I mean, I think I just made them like a week ago. I have been craving them ever since. They are just so good. And we're doing a pinch of kosher salt.
Yeah, I've eaten like 6 of these in the last month, I think. Maybe 8. Too many.
Yeah.
Literally got back from my blood test the other day and glucose was high for the first time ever. So I blame the lava cakes.
Yeah, we made, let's see.
By the way, it's not my lack of discipline, it's the lava cakes.
Yeah, yeah, that's what it is. Well, we made 4 batches of chocolate lava cakes because we did 3 lives in a row. And then I was like, oh man, I bet peanut butter. I've got to figure out how to make peanut butter. So, yeah, that was a
And they were so good.
So good. Oh man. The next one is going to be peanut butter chocolate. I've got to figure it out though because some people were saying to put like a truffle in the inside, but I found that how it kind of leaked out. So that'll be the next one. And this is where the arm muscle will be coming in handy. I'll tell you. My forearm is always the first thing to give out. You really want to mix this really well, right around 3 to 5 minutes, but my forearm's sore, so I'm done. All right, guys, let's see. Let's go ahead and come over to the stove, and we're gonna get started on the rest of the mixture. Creating a double boiler. So I have a small pot filled with about 1 inch of water. And they sell double boilers too, but to me, it's a great thing to have. But if you're a little bit more limited on kitchen space like me, then just create one. And then we want to make sure that our bowl is big enough that the bottom of it does not touch that water. We're going to go in and get going here. And when you do see it starts to boil, just double check again that the water is not touching the bottom of the glass bowl. We want to make sure that nothing ends up getting burnt, scrambled, anything like that. So for this, we're starting off with 1/2 cup of butter.
And what was your heat? What would you call that? Like low, medium?
I'd say medium heat. And then we're going to add in 1 cup of peanut butter, creamy peanut butter to be specific. And as you can tell, I'm like almost already out because I've been doing so much peanut butter dishes. I may have an addiction. Sweet and salty is just such a great combo. Get that 1 cup in there. So who's staying in? I'm curious, how many people are going to be staying in, cooking this year?
I assume you mean for New Year's?
Yeah, for New Year's.
Not just for the entire 2023.
Yeah. Not again. We're going out.
Yeah, we've done enough of that.
Yeah, we've done enough of that. Okay, let me just grab a towel here. So now we're just going to let that melt together, and it really doesn't take very long. And then we're going to combine the two, temper them together. Just going to get this. Yeah, how many people are doing baking? This year, I think, is the first year that we've gone out in years for New Year's Eve. But our New Year's Eve going out, like our dinner reservations, are at 5:30 because we're in bed by 9 o'clock. I can't tell you the last time that we've been up past, what is it, probably 10 o'clock for New Year's Eve. We're not really late night people.
We're more the early bird special type.
Yeah, early bird special, but I'm excited. I'm excited to go out and let someone else do the cooking. I love cooking, but this is going to be really 3 days off of cooking. I'm going to take Saturday, Sunday, and Monday and just do very minimal stuff. Even for Christmas, a lot of people were, making really pretty fancy dinners. I'm just like, I just want chili cheese dogs and tots. And this is just going to take a little bit to get going.
See if I can show you guys kind of the flame height. She's got it at about medium or even a little higher.
Yeah, I have it up a little bit higher just to get it at boiling. Normally I would have this already going before I put the stuff in there, but because the water boils really quickly on the stove, I want to make sure that I do everything where we don't burn anything on TV, you know, alive again. We're kind of known for that. It's like every time, I swear, we burn something, something catches on fire, it doesn't turn out. So we're actually doing 3 different lives tonight. This is our first one when we're doing the peanut butter lava cakes, obviously here. The second one, we're going to be on Pinterest at 7 p.m. doing barbecue meatballs. And that recipe will be good. I've made that one a million times. But the third one is on Instagram at 7:30, and we're doing an easy queso. And that one will be a little bit iffy because not only did I get a brand new cheese that's dairy-free, never tried it, I'm trying a couple other new things in it. So hopefully it turns out all right.
You guys definitely want to join for that one.
Yeah. That one should be interesting. Okay, so my water's starting to hit the bowl a little bit. I'm just going to turn it down. And your glass bowl will get hot. Make sure that you have an oven mitt. And we're just mixing this together.
And I don't know what your guys' New Year's resolution is, but mine is definitely to eat more lava cakes.
Yeah, what is some of your guys' New Year's resolutions? I'm really curious to see if it's food ones, if it's personal. I know that we're going to cut back a little bit. I'm going to work on some new recipes that have no refined sugar in them. And I actually already have a couple that I've worked on that I'm going to be posting the first of the year. Some baked pears and a couple other goodies on there I'm pretty excited about.
We have gluten-free and Golden has joined us.
What's
Thank
up,
you.
girlfriends?
Sending us all kinds of love. Pure Class Beauty said her goal is saving. I hope you mean saving a drink or something, not money. That's boring.
Saving money is always good.
Okay, fine.
I like that one. That one is a good one. Saving a drink.
Saving some room for some lava cakes. That's,
Yeah.
that's what I'm saving.
All right, guys, so you can see it is melted and we are good to go on that. So I'm gonna go ahead and bring it over here and I'm gonna show you how to temper. And go ahead and keep posting over to some New Year's resolutions. I'd love to hear it. And especially we're gonna get these in the oven. And I did not pull a Food Network this time and have anything ready. So I wanted the live to be a little bit longer. The last time we went live, I was asked to do a longer live. So we're gonna be sitting here together while this bakes, which actually doesn't take too long. It's only like 10 minutes. All right, I'm just mixing up. I think I need more coffee. It's starting to kick in. Let's do it. I always try to give you guys a good angle on this. Let's see if I can do this. So, tempering the eggs, we want to make sure that we don't scramble the eggs. Even though that they're at room temperature, we're going to add just a little bit at a time. Mix.
And this is how she stays buff.
Yeah.
Making me lava cakes.
Yeah. It smells so good. There's something about peanut butter. I think it's the sweet and salty combo. It's just so good.
Yeah, you really can just smell like the sweet and salty right in there.
It's so good. Okay. Now we want to get all of that out of our bowl. Okay. Put this down.
Get a look at your mixture.
Yeah, so we want to make sure that we whisk it really good. You can see it comes all together. Now we're going to add in the flour. I've had a few people ask if they could do no flour. Yes, you can. I have, I don't know, a bunch of different lava cakes. I have pistachio, chocolate cherry, peanut butter, a bunch of different ones. You could do any lava cake like that's on my website without flour. Here's going to be the main difference. The cook time is going to take a little bit longer without flour, and it's going to be really rich, more like a fudge consistency versus a cake with a lava center. So completely up to you. Today we're going to add in the flour because I do want more of that cake mixture. So we're going to start off with, let's see, I think it's half a teaspoon, yep, half a teaspoon of baking powder. And then it is half a cup of gluten-free flour. Again, you can use regular flour. If you're using gluten-free, I would recommend a 1-to-1 gluten-free flour. It's a great all-purpose flour. You really can't go wrong with it. That's what I use for almost everything. And we're just going to whisk that in. And you can see it's really thick. All right, that's what we're looking for. The stove is preheated to 400 degrees.
You're not going to lick the whisk clean like you usually do? Or?
I don't do that.
Oh, yeah, sorry. Yeah, she definitely doesn't do that, guys.
Yeah, not on TV.
We did have a question if this can be made sugar-free.
I have not tried it sugar-free. That is something that I should try. So I have not tried it sugar-free. You may be able to do no refined sugar, and so instead of the brown sugar, I would do like a date sugar because it still has that same flavor, that same rich caramel almost flavor in it. So I would sub that out. I would do the full amount of date sugar for both sugars. But I should try that. That's a really good idea. Now, I'm going to go ahead and just fill one of these up. Actually, I better do two, just in case I don't get the tip the first time.
And how full? You're going about 3/4 of the way?
Yeah, right around. So there is a lip here. So I just go right to that lip.
Gotcha.
And then we're just going to clean off the edges. And that's another thing. So those little, the cake that's coming over on the side can also prevent your cake from coming out smoothly. Now I'm going to do two right now just because I want to make sure that we can get the flip at least on one of these here. And I only say that because I've not had an issue of flipping before. Get these in so we can.
And what's our temp set?
Temp set is 400 degrees. We're going to bake these for 10 to 12 minutes. And I'll show you what we're looking for. Get my hair back and let's go ahead and finish pouring these. So this is also a, get this back up. This is also a really great dessert to make ahead of time. So you could make this right now if you want something for New Year's Eve. This will sit up for 7 days in the fridge. You're just going to want to cover it with a little bit of saran wrap or aluminum foil, and you would bake it the exact same way. It doesn't have to come to room temperature or anything like that. You can just pull it right out, pop it right in the oven. And that's the same for the peanut butter, the chocolate, any of the lava cakes.
Yeah, so this is really meal prepping. So,
Yeah.
you know, Danielle can make
So
these
healthy.
today and just give me one every day of the week,
Yeah, you know what?
which is my preference.
I like that, babe.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
meal prep.
meal prepping. See, another way to be healthy. Hey, it's all about balance. Okay, let's get the rest of this in. And you can do, again, smaller sizes. These are, I think that they're either 8 or 6 ounces. I have so many ramekins that honestly, I'm not positive, but since it fits 4, I'm gonna say it's 6 or 8 ounces.
And are you on the standard setting on the oven or convection, or does it matter?
It really doesn't matter. What will matter if you're doing one versus the other. If you're doing a convection, normally that's going to, I'm trying to think of the best way to say it. So normally convection, you would do 15 degrees lower than your normal amount. So I'm doing 400 degrees. I am on convection, and it takes right around 10 to 12 minutes. So you could do 385 too. That would, it would take probably, I don't know, 3 to 5 minutes longer to cook, but you could do either one. I do both.
For those of you who have shared this, thank you so much. We appreciate that.
Thank you. So let's hear more about resolutions. What kind of recipes are you guys looking for? Anything specific? I have been hearing a lot about going more, having less refined sugar and stuff like that. Is there anything else that you guys are looking for? Nothing yet?
No comments yet. We'll see if any come through. Also, if you guys have any questions, Danielle's here to answer, so feel free to ask away.
Yeah, any questions, let us know. We're gonna wait for these to, man, I can't talk. I think I just need more coffee. We're just gonna wait for these to bake, which is again, 10 to 12 minutes. And yeah, so Joe, what's some of your resolutions?
I don't know. I guess we're getting some coming through, so I'll read these while I try to think of mine. So one says, Nathan's mama says, high protein, zero sugar.
Love it. That's a really good one.
It's a good one, tough one, especially for me when you're a sugar junkie like I am. But
yeah, but the thing is, as long as you're using the right ingredients, it is somewhat easy to crave that sugar, or to get that sugar craving under control by so I have a scones recipe. I swear by this recipe. It has 0 refined sugar. It has date syrup in it, and I don't think it even has date sugar in it. I think it's just date syrup, and they are amazing. It's so good. So stuff like that, when you're doing those, the energy balls, things like that, using really good high content cocoa. So you're putting chocolate in something, that's always a really good option too. But I love the high protein. It's crazy when you look at those numbers, how hard it is to get that back up. It's like, oh, I need to eat, 12 ounces of this, or anything like that. But I like that one.
Gluten-free and golden, aka Nicole, said, I'm listening, Joe, and you just need to eat more. And she also said $1 million. That's her resolution or goal for 2023.
You know what? And that it honestly just pisses me off that he can eat whatever he wants and he loses weight. He comes down the other day, he's like, babe, guess what? I lost another 5 pounds. I'm like, oh, that's great. I've gained another 5 pounds.
Yeah, and my nutritionist suggests more potatoes and rice. Danielle's favorite things that she can't eat much of.
Yeah, if I look at potatoes, which are my favorite thing in the whole wide world, I just found a meme that I posted that it's like something like, I'll have a side of mashed potatoes with potato salad and fries. Yeah, I'm all about all the potatoes. I like the $1 million one too.
Yeah.
That's a really good one.
We got another one just asking if you do any cooking specifically for diabetic, which I would think is no sugar.
Yeah, so I'm going to come out with some recipes. I have, I think, 3 or 4 lined up for the first of the year. And I should say this, starting January 2nd, because starting January 1st, I'm going to do a really good hangover breakfast that I plan on posting early for you guys. But starting January 2nd, I do have quite a few recipes that I'm going to start posting and working on that will be low in sugar or sugar-free.
And another question was thoughts on monk fruit and the brand Pure, P-Y-U-R-E. P-Y-U-R-E, Pure.
I haven't heard of that one. I've used, I'm going to butcher the name, Lakanto. So monk fruit sugar it's a great substitute. It's absolutely a great substitute. Normally when I'm using that, personally, just because I find it's really, really, really sweet, I will cut it down to like 1/4 to 1/8 of whatever a recipe calls for. And a really good thing to do when you're starting to go from using refined sugar over to a sugar substitute like a monk fruit, date sugar, like we've talked about, there's a few different options out there, is while you're making it, taste it and see how it tastes. So like I could taste this right now and see, do I need to add something? Another really good option when you're changing over is start adding fruit and things like that into your baked goods, like strawberries, berries, bananas. If you guys like bananas, that is my favorite thing to add into baked goods, because not only can you normally cut out the butter, because it's going to help, what would you call that? It kind of replaces the oil, and a substitute for oil, thank you. That would be a really good option. It helps with like moistness. I know a lot of people don't like that word. It'll make cakes and stuff like that a lot more moist, but that's a really good option too.
Nice. I love that you had that conversation in your head, answered the question, and thanked yourself. I don't know if you guys picked up on that, but that was awesome.
That's called ADHD and dyslexia all at once. And having a bunch
Talking
of
to yourself,
today.
answering yourself, and thanking yourself. That's how she does it, guys. And
I'm running on a few hours sleep. You guys are gonna have to forgive me. It's just
and you're welcome for that, by the way.
Yeah, that's all on Joe. Woke me up. I was out, like passed out, sleeping
She was
super
heavy
hard.
mouth breathing.
Yeah.
Heavy mouth breathing. I thought I was safe to get up. No chance. She's the lightest sleeper ever.
Yeah, he gets out of bed. I heard him shut the door. I was like, oh no. Woke up wide awake, and what do I start doing? I'm like, oh, I'm going live tomorrow. I'm just gonna start grocery shopping at 11 o'clock at night. Woke up wide awake. Yeah.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
Gluten-free and golden said Nathan was in response to Nathan's mama, said date sugar is so much better for you than monk fruit. Definitely agree. And I think, Danielle, you use date sugar for a lot more than you would monk fruit. Also, personally, monk fruit I find has a pretty strong aftertaste. So it's just got like a strange kind of aftertaste for me personally. I'm sure it's different for everybody. Katie asked, do you have a cookbook? I'm new here.
I do not have a cookbook. I actually have a call with a publisher in a week and a half. So
yay. Fingers crossed.
Yeah, we will see.
Pure class.
But I do want to point out, I do have a website, thesaltycooker.com. All recipes on there are free, and they're typically pretty close up to date within a week or so.
They're rising.
Yep, those are getting close, so I'm just going to give a little
oh yeah, she's going to make the excuse about the dirty glass again. You guys know it's been dirty for 3 months.
I'm very sorry. This stove has not taken a break. I'm actually doing a deep clean on all the appliances. Like, it's starting to warm up a little bit here, so I'm going to open up all the doors and everything because I set up the smoke alarms every time.
Pure Class Beauty asked, what's your favorite salad or sandwich or salad and sandwich combo?
Ooh, favorite sandwich, Cubano. Favorite sandwich. Definitely, yeah.
How about salad?
Favorite salad. You know,
Cobb salad.
It really depends on, my mood. It depends on the time of year, but I would say there's two. I love taco salad, and it's a really simple taco salad. Just ground chicken or ground beef seasoned with, taco seasoning, and then doing some kind of tortilla chip crushed up into it versus the bowl with, whatever cheese, iceberg lettuce. I love that crisp side of it. My next one would be a fried chicken strips with bacon, cheese, cucumber, lettuce. Yeah. And
now you hold the lettuce, and I'm right in there with you.
I like that. Hold the lettuce.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna pull these out. Now you guys can see how they're breaking open here and how it's cooked to right about there. That's where we want them.
I almost stuck the phone in the oven to get that shot and thought better of it after, so.
Yeah, don't do that now.
We'll see.
It's gotta last me at least until after the New Year's. All right. Actually, I'm just going to turn that down because we're doing meatballs right after this. So the next part is just giving it a couple minutes to let it rest, which is the hardest thing to do. Now, the one thing I did notice, and it's going to be because of the baking powder, but I was trying to go for a certain consistency on these lava cakes is the peanut butter ones really rise over and that kind of stays there. So when you're doing the flip, you do have that dome top. Just be careful when you're doing, and I'll show you guys in a second, but when you're flipping it over, just let it sit there for a little bit and then pull it off. Where normal chocolate lava cakes, they'll dome up and then they go back down a little bit. So I don't know if it's the peanut butter or exactly what it is. It's magic.
Magic of baking.
Yeah. So any other questions come through while we were pulling this out?
Gluten-free and Golden just asked, how long is a little bit? You said let them rest a little bit.
Oh, sorry. Let it rest. I actually have not let the last two rest at all because Danielle was very hungry. So remove and allow to cool for 3 minutes before flipping on your plate. That's a very good question.
And so like Danielle said earlier too, the nice thing about this dessert, one of my favorite things, is that these two over here can just go in the fridge and sit there for a few days, and when I get a hankering for another peanut butter lava cake, throw one in. It takes about 15 minutes to heat up the oven and another 15 minutes to cook. So within about a half hour, you got a really nice fresh lava cake ready to go.
So this thing is a game changer. Yeah, I don't think it had a weak hair, no cry, I don't know. This thing I am absolutely in love with. Another girl that's on Instagram, the girl with the cast iron skillet, recommended I get this for grating because we've all grated our knuckles if you're doing anything with cheese or anything like that. And this has been a lifesaver. And so I also pulled it out to use with the lava cakes, and I'm like, this is brilliant. Why haven't I had this forever?
We should bedazzle that thing so it looks like a Michael Jackson glove. Come on.
All right, so we're doing the flip, and it may ooze out just a little bit. We're not too worried about that. You know what I don't have? I don't have a spoon. Let me grab a spoon here. Missing the most important part.
Why, you gonna feed me a bite?
Hell no, this is mine. All right, it's not popping out, so I'm just gonna grab another one. I may have jinxed myself here, guys. First time ever. This one looks like it may ooze out. Yeah. There we go. Set this aside. And you could do powdered sugar on top, ice cream. I mean, ice cream is so good with this. You could do that. You could do chocolate ice cream. Somebody recommended that, or vanilla ice, or I'm sorry, caramel ice cream. Whatever you want. You can put it on or just eat it as is. That's my personal favorite way. So let's do it like this.
I'm definitely an add ice cream guy because, you know, more sugar better.
Are you ready?
I'm ready.
There we go. So you can see we have our cake. I can't see from that side. You can see that we have our cake in there. So if you did no flour, that would essentially not be there. It's just going to be a really thin wall. And it almost, again, it tastes really good, but it's a really rich flavor.
Yeah, you're mostly just getting the kind of gooey inside, right? You're not getting much of the cake.
Yeah, essentially you're eating hot fudge, which nothing wrong with that.
Chef and Coffee commented and said, oh my God, you guys had me at peanut butter.
Yes.
If you like peanut butter, these things will knock your socks off.
It is so dangerous, so good. All right, let's go ahead and do this one. I'm just gonna hold it. And another thing you can do is really adjust your cook temp. So if you want it to be more gooey inside, which this is personally my favorite way because I like to have the cake, I like to have the lava portion in it, but if you want it to be more of the lava portion, just cook it for, you know, I would say right around 8 to 10 minutes. Just check the temp. As soon as you start to see it rise and you see the sides starting to cook, that's when you would pull it and let it rest for a little bit.
Nice.
It smells so good, I'm dying to eat one.
Nathan's mama said, fan flippin-tastic.
Thank you.
Yeah, they turned out perfect.
Yeah. All right, so
And I've wondered before on these, like what the white on the bottom or sides is, especially in the chocolate ones. It can be a little more noticeable. And was schooled that that's just the flour, right?
it's just the flour. And then somebody told me for the chocolate ones, they're like, use cocoa powder. Genius.
Nice.
Not only are you getting more chocolate, but yeah. All right, so bite shot.
So it's basically heaven. Yes, it is basically heaven in a shot. Yes. So good. And I'm
It's
so
so
hungry,
good.
you guys. And she's just eating this in front of me, won't even offer me a bite.
Nope. Oh, it is so good. All right, guys. Here's one last shot here.
There it is. Wow. Looks so good.
Yeah, that tastes really good. I think I'm gonna need another coffee with the lava cake. That'll be perfection.
Oh, and Nicole just said, FYI, they have peanut butter powder too. So instead of using flour, you could have peanut butter powder maybe to get the things out.
That's a good idea. So I've seen peanut butter protein powder. I wonder if you could use that instead of regular flour. All right, guys, we're gonna have to start experimenting here.
We're gonna make these healthy too. With
We're gonna have to make
protein
more
powder?
lava cakes.
Dang it.
Oh, so good.
All right, guys, if you have any questions, ask away. We're about to, I think, wrap up on this one, yeah?
Yep, we're gonna wrap up here, and then if you guys wanna join, if you're on any other platforms, at 7 o'clock, we're gonna be going live on Pinterest to do barbecue meatballs, and that is one of my all-time, Joe's favorite dish, but one of my all-time favorite dishes. For Thanksgiving, I used to make like 40 pounds of them for 20 people because they all argued over them. They're so good and so simple. And then, oh, I hit the mic. Sorry if I'm hitting the mic on you guys. I'm still getting used to it. And then 7:30, we were going live on Instagram making an easy beef. It's a, I hate calling it queso, but it's like a nacho dip. It is so good.
Awesome. All right, I don't see any other questions coming through.
All right. Well, thank you for tuning in, guys, and we will see you in the new year.
Oh, here we go. Yes, I have a question. How are you guys not eating it already? Yeah, exactly. That's why I'm trying to hurry up and wrap up, as you can tell.
Yes, we will definitely be crushing these before our next live here.
All right, and down to the most difficult part of the lives, figuring out how to stop it. I think I got it, but
Yeah.
all right. Bye, guys.
Bye, guys.